thing you might have missed is the voiceover tracks at the beginning, all the negativity shot towards Superman. Within the voice tracks, you hear Jesse Eisenberg from Social Network, who plays Lex Luthor, talk about. So you hear Holly Hunter, Senator, talking about Superman and his purpose and his character.
People are so worried about what powers he has and not asking the question of what he should do.
Yeah, basically what he should do with them.
Yeah.
And then, but within that, if you've seen The Dark Knight Returns, the animated film, or you read the Frank Miller's actual graphic novel of it that came out. But anyways, it's very reminiscent of the news program or news media, bashing Batman.
Yeah.
So, all they did is they flip-flopped, they reversed the roles for the film. Mm-hmm. Batman is somewhat agent of the state instead of Superman, and that actually carries into all of the things that we point out. In the trailer, a lot of it mirrors The Dark Knight Returns, which you find out, or the comic books, because the opening shot of it shows the statue. Now, the way the statue is posed, as if it's reaching out, like Superman's reaching out, is actually very similar to the cover of Superman 500, and if you're of my generation that collected that during the Death of Superman series and Funeral for a Friend, is when Superman died, was killed by the hands of Doomsday, and eventually comes back in 500. But what's crazy is there's also another shot in the film where it shows someone reaching out to the heavens, and it also mirrors that.
Yeah.
And then also in back to the comic books, in The Adventures of Superman number 499, the cover as Superman as a statue with an eagle. He represents life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, the American way. It has it on his I wouldn't say his shoulder. It's more of it's on his wrist. It's perched up on his wrist. But it kind of reminded me of when I saw the statue of that. Hey, is he gonna die in this film? I know that they do the foreshadowing and the shot they're doing, the establishing shot for the trailer, I believe is they're just doing that for the trailer. Because I don't think that it's going to be in the film where it shows them coming up, all the lights popping on, and it says "False God" across Superman's chest.
That's just more.
I mean, it's just more for the trailer, I think.
Yeah.
It's really just to give you something, but give you nothing, if that makes any sense. Because they're not giving you anything new. They're not giving you action set pieces or anything.
Content that you want to see, but at the same time,
they're giving you a thirst. Anything. They're giving you a thirst. You just want more. Now, all right, so we covered that it's just like The Dark Knight Returns, very similar. A lot of the stuff mirrors it, and also the statue opening sequence or scene or establishing shot is very reminiscent of the Adventures of Superman 499 and 500 from the Funeral for a Friend series after the death of Superman. All right, which ironically enough, on 500, the tagline for 500 is "The Man of Steel fights for his life," which is kind of ironic because he's going to be fighting Batman, and it's pretty badass. It's ironically pretty cool. All right, again, back to the comic books. Again, we did the foreshadowing of 500, where it looks like the guy reaching out for the heavens, and you have Superman coming in the light of the sky and everything, as if he's like some savior, which again goes back to the Man of Steel. In the Man of Steel, they portrayed him as a god. And when his mom asks, before they launch him off of Krypton to Earth,
they will reject him.
They will reject him. He's like, no, they will follow behind him. He will be a god to them. Why will they reject him? So.
Or how would they be able to kill him? That's another thing I asked.
All right, and then there's another shot where it shows Ben Affleck's Batman surveying. You see sparks flying off a wire and stuff, and Batman is surveying damage. Now, is this damage that was at the end of Man of Steel that he's surveying, and they tie the film together with that? There's been rumors that may happen. Or is this new destruction that we're seeing? We don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait. Speaking of Bruce Wayne, now it does show a shot of Bruce Wayne. The first scene you see, or the first image you see of Bruce Wayne is Bruce Wayne staring with emotion, a lot of emotion. at something, and then as it does a quick cut to his suit. Now, as he's staring at his suit, and if you look in the background over his left shoulder, you'll see another suit in a case. Is that Robin's suit? Now, it's been told that Jason Todd has already been Robin at this point in the timeline that's progressed off screen. Obviously, they never had a film with him as a live action film, at least, as him as Robin. So off screen, he supposedly was killed, and so now is Batman showing that emotion as he's sitting there like pondering his choices in life about how he may have endangered Jason Todd's life or had him killed or had a hand in it. Or is the suit behind him a different suit or a different variation of Batman's suit, and he really was just looking at his suit, and he's just really pissed thinking about Superman?
Yeah.
Don't know. We'll find out. All right. Then, what's cool, too, is the fight scene at the end of it, which they have a growly, metallic-y voice. It's not the usual Batman voice. We really don't know for sure if it's Batman's voice, because you never actually see his mouth move and lip the words. So, but it's, can you bleed?
Because you will.
You will, yeah. Yeah, you will. Basically, like a threat. Which it might have been added into the scene to add more emotion to that scene. We don't even actually know if that's his voice. It could be Metallo's voice. It could be Luke. It could be Lex Luthor's voice. Maybe Lex Luthor has his power suit in this or something. True. I don't know. All right, but then you also see a shot of 4 soldiers or security guards or whatever, they're military guard with helmets on, bow before Kal-El as he enters into what looks like a subterranean level. Like he can't down a flight of stairs or just flew down not the stairs,
underground base kind of.
Yeah, which was funny is it kind of mirrors if the Dark Knight Returns again.
At the end
of Dark Knight Returns, Batman actually fakes his own death.
Bruce fakes his own death.
Well, yeah, as Batman, though. They have that big battle scene, and then he fakes his own death and goes underground, and his cult, or his followers, then, he and his followers live on. They hide in the shadows and perform underground. They're no longer public figures, or, it now gives Batman somewhat freedom because he doesn't have to do that. Maybe in this film, they do the same thing, but they do it with Clark Kent. Clark Kent publicly dies.
Yeah.
And so then now he doesn't have to have that fake persona. I mean, Lois Lane, already knew who he was anyways. True. She tracked him down in the first film to the graveyard where Cotton Costner's grave was at, or his dad's, Pa Kent. But, alright, we don't know. Or is it a hallucination? It could be a hallucination, just like the skulls were in Man of Steel with General Zod. General Zod showed him what it would look like. The planet could look like, and that all of them would die in his hand, and then he's drowning in the skulls. Speaking of the drowning skulls, there's a scene within the new trailer that shows Superman around a crowd of people, and you have they have their faces painted like skulls.
Yeah.
Which kind of I think it's ironic, or it's just a coincidence that in the previous film, Zod tried to show him the future of what it would look like, him being surrounded by skulls, and that they were going to hate him and stuff. And now they have all this putrid hate for Superman, and he's surrounded by these people with skulls. Now, are they another cult? Are they another group? I mean, are they against him? We don't know. Are they supposed to take the place of the mutants in the Dark Knight Returns? There's the punk mutants. Are they supposed to take the place of that? We don't know. I guess we'll have to find out. Also, you see Superman holding a rocket, which is pretty iconic because almost in every Superman comic or in every type of medium that Superman's been in, has it been the Max Fleischer cartoons, or
it's like an airplane or a rocket.
There's always something that he's carrying that's obviously huge. Massive, that he's carrying. And in this one, he's carrying the rocket. Now, again, goes back to The Dark Knight Returns, is this rocket which has Soviet writing on it. Corto Maltese. Is it the Soviet rocket that he's saving Corto Maltese from being bombed with?
Possibly.
We don't know. But again, it goes back to The Dark Knight Returns. It always goes back to The Dark Knight Returns, which they said that they already confirmed that it's heavily influencing this film. It's not followed to the T, but it's heavily influencing it, and you can see it in this first trailer.
Yeah.
All right. Lastly, there's a scene. Well, not lastly. There's a scene when Batman is in it looks like an abandoned apartment building or some type of abandoned domicile or building where it has pillars and it has graffiti all over the place. In the left-hand corner on the pillar, there is a Riddler logo.
Yeah.
Now it could just be a coincidence, could be Easter egg, but I think that they're building their universe building. I think is what they're doing.
Yeah.
Is they're trying to show that there's more people out there within this universe
than just Superman and Batman.
Well, they're rogues gallery. I mean, there's villains out there. There's people that haven't been explored yet.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. There also are a couple shots in the trailer that shows what looks like could be the Batwing. Now the Batwing is firing on a bunch of bad guys. So they have a pickup truck with a bunch of guns.
Yeah.
And it starts firing at them. And then they do a quick shot to the Batmobile with explosions.
In front of it, what makes it
so make it look like Superman's flying the ship, and it actually probably is the Batwing itself.
It's probably
two different action scenes.
Yeah.
Because we already know that they filmed an action scene with the Batmobile in downtown Detroit.
Yeah.
So we don't know. Again, there's all speculations. If you want, follow us on the Twitter account at Know The Payne, and comment in the section below, the comment section, if we missed anything. If you like us on Facebook or on our Twitter account, which the links will be provided at the end of the video.
Comment down below what other topics you would like to see us talk about.
Yeah, do that too. So, alright. That pretty much wraps up our summary of the things that you may have missed in the Batman vs. Superman trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.